What you see around you here is a direct result of the work we did from 2004 right through to 2010. And all the objects around us were found in the Battlefield survey. And what we did was we used archaeology to solve the Bosworth problem because there was a big dispute about where the battle was fought. It took us 3.5 years to find the battlefield, but when we did, it was 2.5 miles from Ambion Hill where we are now. To get where we are, we needed a whole team of people. So it ranged from military historians like Anne Curry, who's the co-author of the book, through place name specialists, paleoenvironmentalists, all sorts of archaeological skills went in, as well as the metal detecting survey, which was the thing I led on. So in addition to running the whole project, I led the team that actually did the metal detecting survey. So you've got a wide range of people, and Anne is the military historian, and she led the study of all the documents that relate to the battle and to the armies, and that's her major contribution to this book, is a completely new study of the armies and of the battle as seen from the documents. The most important object is what looks like the least interesting of the lot. This small white lead ball. The reason that's important is because that was the first object we found that we knew was from the battle. It can only have been fired from an artillery piece on the 22nd of August 1485. There is no other reason why that would have been in the field where we found it. Once we found that object, we knew we were in the right place and we could intensively search the whole of the surrounding area. And that's when all these other round shot appeared, and a whole series of other objects, of which one is probably the most important object we could ever have found on this battlefield. So this is the single most important object we found in the Battlefield survey, because that is Richard III's personal symbol, and it is a badge made of silver that has been gilded. Not only would it have been worn by somebody in Richard's own retinue, because it's silver gilt, it must have been worn by somebody of knightly or higher status, so somebody right at the top of the tree, if you like, and that person probably rode with Richard to his death in the battle. So that object takes us very close, we think, to the point where Richard III himself was killed. We actually focused in on where to intensively survey by reconstructing the landscape as it was at the time of the battle. And that sort of reconstruction is really important to understanding where battles are fought. It took us to the area where the marsh may have been, and the place name evidence focused down and gave us quite a small area in which to survey compared to the enormous 6 kilometres of landscape where the different alternative sites lay. So it's not just finding the objects, you also need to work with the landscape and, as we said before, with the documents about the battle itself. See, this study took a whole range of evidence to solve the Bosworth problem.
The University of Huddersfield, inspiring tomorrow's professionals.